It was definitely at this moment when I noticed bro was really going hard behind this small lady.
No.
I tried to give him some advice. It's a bird. What's up, Ray? Curious. Hold up. Out of here. And I'll tell you, I'm going to catch you, Ray. Fuck that. Because the bitch ass nigga, I've been waiting for this nigga to be real for. I just might as well step outside, bro. I ain't do shit. We might as well step outside, bro. Fuck all this shit. Fuck all this class and shit. Step outside, bro. Yeah, bro, that shit ain't worth it. Bro, this bitch, I don't get. We step outside. We can get in. Come on, we might as well step outside. I ain't like me. I don't give a fuck about a nigga that step outside. Bro, I'm trying to tell you. Tell your birthday and your name. Your birthday. Yes. Y'all video recording me and shit, and I'm trying not to snap, please. Yeah, like I've got.
Nah, y'all hear all that? Now it was a time, specifically right after I had set part of this house on fire. After my parents were, and my siblings were. This wasn't the first time, probably like the second or third time. My parents were backing up Chantel and not allowing me to have custody of my daughter no longer than a summertime. And my parents had already known that Chantel was not communicating with me about nothing. She was just, you know what I'm saying, wherever she was and not allowing me to know where my child was. And when we got back from Florida that time, I sensed that my family was going to do the same thing over again without no understanding of Chantel. That was pissing me off. So, eventually, you know what I'm saying, I had posted on Facebook before I had got back from Florida, before we all got back from Florida, I was going to set the house on fire and I was going to admit to doing it. But see, what made me feel some type of way is because they was manipulating me. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way in the world I'm supposed to be going to jail or even be going through what I'm going through. And these folks are dead ass wrong. And yet alone, you know what I'm saying, Chantel got the privilege to get up and go to New York without no custody arrangement or having no court hearing in Atlanta before taking off back to New York with my child. And I offered her a DNA test. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, I was like, you know what I'm saying, when one of the fire guys with the fire truck came and asked me, did I set the house on fire? Because somebody in the household or one of my siblings said that I set the house on fire. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It was still on Facebook. So they was just like, hell no, y'all ain't finna play with me in such a way. You know what I'm saying? If he would have asked me something else, like, did I type something on Facebook? I would have been like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, y'all ain't finna be manipulating me like that. Y'all ain't finna be disrespecting me like that, man. So time went on. I told whoever been watching, you know what I'm saying, time went on. We got a hotel down. I don't know who paid for the hotel or whatever the case may have been. It was a hotel down the street on Thornton Road. Got the hotel, and things went left because my mom didn't want to give me my Social Security payment. Eventually, the police got called on me because of really, you know what I'm saying, they just came because my brother or whoever called the police on me. I was outside just cooling, smoking. And, you know what I'm saying, the police, they encountered me and just took me to jail for took me to the hospital for no good, you know what I'm saying, no good reason, really, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, like, for real, you know what I'm saying, they talking about I had sex with females, I mean, like, they didn't tell me that or put that on the report, you know what I'm saying. But all in all, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I started the house fire, but it wasn't because I was just throwing a temper tantrum. It was just like these folks is continuously manipulating me. And ain't nothing that I can do besides, okay, all right, well, here we are now. Okay? But I'm just saying, like, to stop playing, like, don't play it all way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want to take this route? Okay, here we go. Now, after I had went to a hospital, and after the, you know what I'm saying, the same little visit after I had burnt the house down, the ambulance picked me up. Well, the police, you know what I'm saying, arrested me, and then I went to the hospital from there, somewhere in Cobb County. I stayed in that hospital in Cobb County for like a month almost. From there, they took me to another hospital out in Stone or Decatur or something. Now, in this hospital in Decatur, it was a group of individuals, male and female, all in a room at some type of like psychiatric hospital. I stayed there for I don't know how long. It was a basketball court, and it was like a whole little campus. But like in the room, like it was outside door to like a picnic table and like a hut with like a basketball goal. But it was also a campus as far as like where to go and get our lunch, you know what I'm saying? And get it was like a basketball gym as well. They had us lining up, walking in single file line. And while I was there, it would be times where, you know, it would be counselors come and talk to me, trying to manipulate me, trying to get, you know what I mean, trying to tell me or ask me questions, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't mind answering questions. It was just like they was in my ear, and I don't even know nothing about these folks. I had already been online, you know what I'm saying, telling the folks about what I've been through. So I'm just like, when it all boils down, I'm not losing nothing by telling somebody my business. If somebody gonna disrespect me, I'm gonna deal with it. Period. Point blank. Okay. Now, in the dorm, like where I was living at that hospital, the second hospital on that time I was telling you after I burnt the house down, it was this black dark skinned guy, probably a little younger than me. He was acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? He was frustrated he was there. I was too. This guy step all on my shoes while I'm sitting down. And he just wanted to see what I'm gonna do. And I don't know if he was constituent group with the people who worked there or not. Because I don't even know this guy. He's stepping all on my shoes. And I'm like, you know what? I'm be strategic about this more, like I have, you know what I'm saying, throughout a lot of times when people have disrespected me. Because that's, you know what I'm saying, the bottom line is people are in a position, and if you move the wrong way periodically, if you fall short of the glory, somebody is not going to be fair, because that's just what's going on in life. If you wait too late to talk about something, or you know what I'm saying, it's just how it's going to go. Ain't nobody going to hear you out sometimes, and it's just how it goes sometimes. So I let that John ride. It was another time and I want to talk about. It was in the cafeteria. It was this Caucasian guy. He just, I don't know if he did this on purpose or whatever the case may be, or he was actually like having a panic attack, or like you know, one of them, you know, mindsets where he just chose to lose it. But he threw his lunch tray all over he started going crazy in the cafeteria. That was crazy. But I mean, I had a good behavior, you know what I'm saying, at that facility. With the help of, you know what I'm saying, having an outlet to playing basketball. But it was a time that I wanted to intervene and talk to the people who I was living amongst on the outside of the dorm, you know what I'm saying, right outside where the rooms were. And they were playing cards. So I was like, let me play cards with these folks, you know what I'm saying? I played cards with them, and immediately it was a card higher than the card, right? I'm like, ain't no way. How this card gonna be higher than that card? I'm like, ain't no way. Like, I'm like, that's all they do is sit right here and manipulate, try to manipulate you out of your spot, or even get you to be hostile. Majority of the time. And I'm like, ain't no way. There's no way. So I stopped playing cards with them, because the card that they talking about was higher than, it wasn't even a higher card. So I started shooting shots, right, back in playing basketball. I was making a whole bunch of shots back to back to back to back to back. If somebody who came over the line and trying to act like they weren't talking to me, trying to manipulate me to stop making shots. I said, what the hell? I said, this is crazy. I said, this is complete stupidity of somebody to try and manipulate me over making shots back to back to back, trying to get me out of my rhythm of being cool, calm, and collected, my safe place of playing basketball. I'm like, man, it was somebody over intercom. I'm like, that is crazy, man.